Hi, today we're going to talk about how to ride the sitting trot properly, a few common mistakes that people have when they try to sit the trot, and a couple exercises to help you fix those mistakes. So notice how her hips are moving along with the horse. That's one way to think about staying in the saddle, is kind of almost imagine you're walking, how your hips swing at the walk, and then just follow the tempo of the horse's trot, swinging the hips forward and back on each side. The other thing you want to pay attention to is that your heels are down. That's going to be part of your shock absorption for the sitting trot. If your toes are up, it's going to lock your ankle and reverberate all the bounce up through the rest of your body. So you can see with Maria's position, her legs slid back, she's on her toes, she's gripping with her knees and leaning forward. So there's not really any way to absorb the shock of the trot. Everything's stiff, everything's tight, and it's hard for her to balance through the bounces. One of the things to pay attention to with your sitting trot is your hip angle. So you want to imagine your hip bones at the front of your pelvis to be like car headlights. They should be pointing straight ahead down the road like Shanna's are. You don't want them pointing down towards the ground. That's going to cause an arch in your back and cause you to get into that bad position we talked about where you're bouncing and nothing's absorbing. You also don't want them to be pointed up towards the sky, because that's going to put you into that really unbalanced slouched position where your horse will be driven faster and it's going to be even harder to sit the trot. So you can see you can also get into the opposite problem where you're slouching and sitting back a little too much. And actually with Rio, that's driving him faster, because if you sit too far back, it's actually going to drive your hips forward, pushing the horse into a faster gait, which will make it harder to absorb. So a good exercise to work on your sitting trot is to do it without stirrups. It really helps you to learn to get down onto your seat bones and sit deeper in the saddle without slouching.